So basically this is what you need: henna, some warm water, onion, and a bowl and a spoon. So at that point I was removing the henna from the pack to pour it into the bowl to start mixing. So there you see me pulling the Ziploc henna container. Just gonna remove that henna from the packet. I had previously used it, so it was bound with an elastic band just to ensure that it didn't pour all over the bag. So you're gonna see me now pouring that into the bowl, and throughout this video you're gonna see the mistake that I actually made while I was making this. So when you're gonna make this, you're gonna want a container that has measurements so you can know what measurements to use, and the measurements are based on how long your hair is, so remember that as well. So the next thing that I did is that I have was some onion juice that I made the night before, and if you want me to make a video on how I made my onion juice, you can go ahead and leave that down in the comment section below. But there you see me just mixing and mixing, and at this point I realized that the onion juice wasn't enough, so I'm gonna pour in the warm water that I made, and the warm water is just to help release the dye called Larsen Insomnia, I think that's the name. So at this point I'm mixing in that warm water. I'm not sure if you can see the steam leaving, so I'm just mixing. It needs a little more warm water, so I'm just gonna pour in some warm water at this point. So there I am again mixing and mixing. So it did need some warm water, but I decided to mix that in before I pour in the warm water just to see if I would actually need it. So at this point I actually realized that I had used a bit of henna. So at this point I was saying no, this wasn't gonna do. So I was considering to put more henna in, and as you can see, you want to ensure that the paste is thick and not too watery. That's the type of paste that you want to look for. It's something like yogurt, so it has that thick, not too watery paste. So that was what I was going for at this point. So I'm just mixing. You see me putting in the work, just mixing. See, I'm showing you what's inside the bowl. So I was just mixing there. I'm gonna put in the warm water now, and that was too much. I'm not sure if you realize that when the warm water entered the bowl, it there was like a reddish color, because henna, once it applied to your hair, especially if you use like something like tea, warm tea or coffee, it does release the dye and it makes your hair red. So I've used henna before. It's like about 3 nights ago when I was using it for the very first time in my hair, and my hair was colored, but I didn't use any warm water or anything, so at this point I didn't achieve that red look. But if you want to get the red look, you can use like green tea or any other tea you can brew to add into that. So you see me again adding more water because I had to add in more henna there, because what I had before wasn't gonna do my hair. So you, as stated before, you're gonna want to add the amount of henna you want based on the length of your hair and whether or not you want to put henna on the ends or you just want to add the henna to the root. Just based on what you're trying to achieve, that depends how much henna you use. So you see me adding more water there because I realized that the consistency was a bit too thick for me. So you see me mixing and I'm mixing. Alright, so you're gonna see me mixing and mixing. It's a lot of mixing that you're gonna have to do. So see, I'm mixing again, just trying to get the consistency I had before. Alright, so if you have any questions about henna, you can leave that down in the comments below. I should also add, I'm gonna make a video showing you how I apply this henna to my hair, because I'm doing a 3-month henna challenge. So for the next 3 months until the end of March, I'll be using henna as my main type of treatment, hair treatment. I'm not going to do any other protein treatment, and I'm gonna use it with onion juice because I've used onion juice in my hair before and I really like how it left my hair. If you want me to show you a video on how I made that onion juice, you can always leave that down in the comment section below. If you haven't already subscribed, you can go ahead and click the subscribe button so that you'll be notified whenever I post another video. You can also follow me on Instagram where I do post content as well. You can also say hi to me so I can get to know you a little more, and you can get to know a little more of me so we can chit chat like old girls or old friends or something. So I'm just mixing again. I didn't want the henna to be too watery, so a little spill there, so I caught that. So it does stain. The last time I did it, I didn't have any gloves. It does stain, but it didn't stain me that much because as I was saying, I didn't use any warm water to release the dye. It was mainly cold water that I used. So you see me cleaning that off the spoon. At that point, the henna was warm. I can tell you from the hot water that I used. I'm just gonna mix in because the little that was on the spoon, it still wasn't mixed. It has a little henna powder, so I was trying to ensure that everything was mixed out to the efficient consistency. So you're gonna see me there just finishing up the paste here. So I'm just gonna clean off the spoon again, and you want to use a container. So henna does stay in your container, so you want to use something like either a plastic plate that you don't want to do anything with. And at this point here, you see me, I'm just basically wrapping up the henna to leave it to release the dye. So you can use the cover. So if you have like a dish like this, you can use the cover, but I think it was leaving it under cling wrap is best, or in a plastic bag, depending on where you live, because I know plastic bag is banned in a lot of countries like my country. So cling wrap is the best to use in terms of plastic, or you can use a cover for the container to release that dye. So at this point, that's what I'm doing here, just covering that up so that it can trap the heat inside the container. So, and then once you're done with that and you've wrapped that up, you want to leave it in a cupboard or somewhere warm so the dye can be released.